Hello everyone, Ziggler here, Bork, Chef, you can call me whatever you'd like. So today I wanted to show you what I've been doing whenever I've been actually having had some time to play. I've been leveling in SOD. I know that I said that I wasn't gonna return, but I was playing some in Classic Fresh, and after a while I was like, meh, it's kind of boring after a while because it's like we're missing the seasoning, like this seasoning in the stew or whatever you'd say, because I've been playing Classic for so long, and it's kind of interesting with Season of Discovery in a sense. And a player that I've been playing with before said that rogues is not that good, and like the tank ones, and I was like, maybe I should try and prove him wrong. They're probably not like the greatest one, but and according to him, they said like it's kind of wonky to play, and I tried to make it a little bit easier to play, so to speak. So I'm here to show the way that I've been playing it, and when I've been leveling it, I've been mob grinding. And sure, I've done a few killing quests, for example, like here in Stranglethorn Vale, with like the Hemet ones just slaying. So, and as usual, I've done macros just to help me with everything that is gonna make it way easier for us to do this. So let's just go over the playstyle I've been doing. So within mind, I have been playing, like, I wanted to, like, keep in mind this is probably not the fastest way to play, but in my experience, because I tried both now, is that it feels kinda stable, because you're not constantly taking a lot of damage. You have pretty much like no downtime, and it's just a fun and interesting experience. And as usual, why I've been playing like this is just so I can look away and like look at the other screen, like, I don't know, talking to someone, or just I don't have to focus that much while I'm been leveling. So that's the reason why I've been playing as a tank. Well, I'm gonna explain the thing though. Like, you can change the chest one to the actual tank one. So technically I've not been like a tank, because you need just a flesh wound to tank. But all the other things is basically the tank one. And yeah, and I tried one stockade doing this, and just switching from Deadly Brew to just a flesh wound, and it worked perfectly fine. It was no problem keeping aggro or anything. It was just super easy. But a tanking video might come in the future. But let's just go over the playstyle. The thing is that you can do this very early, now that you can have you can get the runes from level 1. Sure, you can get the first one. This is up to you, really. You don't need this one because the combo points, because we're gonna level like solo. And this one, I feel like we're lacking a bit of crit, so we're gonna get the combat potency, which gives us 20% chance to gain 15 energy every time you deal damage with your offhand weapon. And we're gonna hit a lot, because we want a fast, slow weapon, because yeah, it's just gonna tick really often actually. But yeah, let's go over to just runes, what I've been playing with, because they're syncing together a lot. Because with Deadly Brew, you can actually get poisons on the targets before learning poisons. So, because it says if your weapon does not have poison applied, it has a chance to trigger instant poison as if instant poison were applied. And yeah, whenever you inflict any other poison in on a target, you also inflict deadly poison. So it's just great when we do this. You can play Dibble with some of these, but not for this video. So let's go over to the waist. Here it's up to you. Shadow Step feels kind of meh. It's just a teleport. We don't need it because we're the way that we play, we never stealth. And Shuriken, in my experience, we're gonna like mob grind, and we can pull multiple, but the cooldown is so long that it's not gonna be worth it. So we're gonna use poisoned blade, poisoned knife. And yeah, it's just nice because with the macro I'm gonna show later, it's gonna be very nice because we get 1 combo point, and we gonna get the blade dance instantly before we even get close to the mob. So at the get-go we're gonna have 10% parry, just like even before we are in melee with it. So that's just more mitigation. And after that, on this one, we're gonna take Blade Dance, just as I said. And Venom is not that great. Well, not for my playstyle at least. But for the sake of this video, we're gonna have Blade Dance. You could probably switch it to this, but I've never really tried it. And yeah, I really like Blade Dance because, sure, Venom might be more damage, but if with the Blade Dance with another rune that I'm gonna show later is more damage, it's like I take less damage from the mob, which makes it so I'm like I don't have to stop and heal or like bandage as much. I rarely have to stop doing this, but you can try Envenom if you want to and just add it to the macro that I'm going to show later if you want to. And then we have the feet. We don't use stealth, so this one is meh. We don't use backstab or ambush, so we go with rolling with the punches. This just gives us more health, and it's going to be up all the time because dodge or parry, and this way we're going to have it up at 5 stacks all the time, and it's up for 30 seconds and it refreshes, so it's very nice, and it's quite a lot of health, it really is. And then here at first I started with Cut to the Chase, which is once you see the macro you will see why, because I was just like yeah, you will see, and I think you actually will understand why I did it, because it's just gonna make the Blade Dance and Slice and Dice refresh instantly, and we were basically like a melee rogue. That's basically all that we did. Gonna let out the cat real quick. But the thing is, I switched it lately to Unfair Advantage because I missed a key thing in this one, and I didn't read that you're striking back damage. I just read that you're gaining another combo point. And in the way that I was playing, the combo point wasn't that important. I just needed 1, so I didn't play it. But we're dodging and parrying all the time. So, and it says this cannot occur more than once per second. And it's like one of the... If I go over here and we go to overall data, we will see that I think it's quite high actually. Well, maybe not here, but it's like every poll. I don't know when this one was resetted, but it's like it's quite nice. It's just 100 damage back, and if you're pulling multiple, it just a few like random damage to the other ones as well. So if you're tanking, it's just a nice damage to anyone really. But remember, it's just a single target one, so if you get the proc on it, it's not gonna be AoE or anything. But for this sake, I'm using the Unfair Advantage. But for this macro, you can switch it to cut the chase if you want to. It's totally up to you. It works with either of them. But I use with the unfair advantage only because of this 100% strike back for 100% of your main hand weapon damage. And I have a quite good one. So it's just nice. And then we go to the gloves. Here we're gonna use with the main Gauche or whatever. Gotcha. And it says instantly strike with your offhand weapon for normal offhand weapon damage and increases your chance to parry for 100% for 10 seconds or until successfully parry. And here we go again with the unfair advantage. Like from the get-go, we're gonna make instantly when we connect with the, well, if it's a melee mob obviously, but if we at range we pull with the shuriken throw, no, with the poison blade. I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller so you can see the text also. There you go. With the poison blade, it's a throw, so you're not only are you like pulling, so they are gonna start walking towards you. You're applying poisons, and you're getting a combo point. So we're gonna spend it to blade dance, so we get that one running, and when after that you're gonna once you hit, like you go into melee, the instant you go into melee, it's gonna cast this one, so it's getting the 100% parry. So once you get the 100% parry, their next melee attack is gonna proc both the unfair advantage and the rolling with the punches. So it's just good to have, in my opinion. It's like it's just very, very nice to have. So yeah, you can play with anything that you want here, but also because the way that we've made this macro is the other part of it, because it says for 30 seconds after using main gotcha or whatever you call it, Sinister strike costs 20 less energy, deals 50% more threat, and both Sinister Strike and Eviscerate deals 50% more damage, awards 1 combo point. Main gotcha beneficial from most talents and affected trigger from modifying Sinister Strike. And in the build, we're modifying the Sinister Strike to be even cheaper. And it says will not discount or empower mage. Yeah. So it's just nice because you're gonna see in the macro why it's nice with the second part of it as well. And obviously it depends on what weapon you're using. Personally, I haven't found another sword. I think I would have played with 2 swords really, but I actually have 1 mace, and it's quite handy to have it because in my spec I have played 2 in the mace specialization. It's kind of nice. It doesn't proc that often, but we're hitting pretty fast with it as well, and we have slice and dice and everything, so it feels kind of nice. So for me, I'm using the sword and mace. It's totally up to you what you're playing with. And then the last one, you could play with Fan of Knives and Crimson Tempest, but the Crimson Tempest you need a combo point. I haven't really worked with it yet. It could be nice if you're pulling a lot. Maybe like if you're tanking a dungeon or something, you could make an AoE. So just you're making AoE damage, obviously, but I haven't worked that one out yet, just because I haven't done that many. And Fan of Knives, in my opinion, it's just, sure, it's a nice AoE, but the problem is that it costs too much to use. Like I think it's, let's just switch it and see. I'm pretty sure that it's like 90 or something. It's way too expensive for me. Oh, okay, 50. But just in comparison, the Blunderbuster, we're not gonna pull more than 4 mobs anyway. So That's why I'm actually using the Blunderbuss instead. And on top of it, it has 20 energy. Sure, it has a cooldown, but we don't, since I'm not gonna AoE that often, I just use this one instead, really. And yeah, because I pull at most, now that I have the Blade Flurry, I pull at most like 3 or 4. But yeah, that's just how I do it. And that's that with all the runes. So this is the spec, because when you level like this, you want more dodge. More dodge means that we're gonna have the just more rolling with punches and everything, and all the things that we just discussed with the runes is gonna proc from it. So it's just more survival as well. And then we have the improved Sinister Strike, which also affects this one. Yes, and so that's just nice. It costs less, so it only costs 10, so it's nice. And Sinister Strike, we're actually using Sinister Strike as well in just the one that we use. Then we have a precision. Hit is very nice to have when you level, because if you're fighting or like mob grinding green mobs, you're gonna hit pretty much like you're never gonna miss, basically. So it's just nice to have. And then we have even more parry, which is, like we said, it's blocking more. And then we have Riposte, and Riposte is very underestimated. In the macros that I have, I just like scroll. You will see it in a little bit, but it's just very nice because in the macro it doesn't share the global cooldown with anything. So once it procs, it's just instant use, because yeah. And it's every 6 seconds. And I mean, it's the 3rd most damage done. So, yeah. And the Blunderbuss is number 2 and everything. So it's just nice. It's a lot of damage. And if you're playing against a melee mob, you're going to disarm it for 6 seconds. That's also more damage reduction. And then after that, we have the endurance, just for the more. I can sprint more often, and I can pull more with once I have evasion. And here you can do a little bit as you want. I just wanted to get down here, and then I switch, just pick these. So I'm gonna go back and learn this one now, because I'm more of a melee one. So yeah, and then that's that. So let's go to the macro. I'm gonna show it. Hopefully there's no one here. There's been a lot of activity, PvPing going on here over here. But the way that I'm playing is that on scroll, I think it's yeah, on scroll down, I've been like auto looting, and I have skinning. So it's like interacting with target, which is if you go to interface, no combat, no wait, where is it? No controls. Here it is. You can put it like this: enable interact key, and then interact with target. I have the mouse wheel down. So let's just show this. For example, if I pull, I'm actually using the macro now. You'll see the only thing I'm doing is this. It's the only thing I'm doing, nothing else. And see, sure, it's a green mob, but it's like 8% health. And there, I just scrolled it and I looted it and I started skinning, because I have skinning on this one, obviously. Because I love skinning. It's my favorite profession of all time. So I have that, and on the other keybind I have the macro, which I'm gonna show you now, which is kind of insane. We're gonna see if I'm picking the right one. Yeah, it's this one. So obviously, as usual, we're always having start attack macro on it. So it's /start attack. It's very important, because if you don't start attack, you're not hitting. Because if you have if you are unfortunate, because it can happen, if you don't get a combo point for some reason, you're like switching target, you're just gonna stand there and doing nothing. But at least if like you have that, you're starting attacking. So, and hashtag show tooltip as usual, and we're gonna make a sequence macro. You can change this to 2 seconds, 1 second, or whatever you want to. I have 3 because it feels decent. So with it, I'm starting with Poison Blade, which is the ranged throw. And after that, we're using Blade Dance just to get the Blade Dance with the 10% parry on, because it's for 14 seconds, and usually it doesn't take longer than 14 seconds to kill anything anyway, so it just feels like it's not really necessary. And after that, we use the main Gauche. So remember, we get a combo point, we have a combo spender, we have a combo point, and we have a combo spender. We have an AoE, which has a 6 second cooldown. 15, I mean. It's very good damage. And then we have a Sinister Strike, which deals more damage now, and it's actually dealing more threat as well, if you want to tank. And it's dealing 50% more damage, like we said. Then it's a Eviscerate, which is more damage. Sinister Strike again, and then Eviscerate, and then it restarts. So that's how I've been playing, and if you do it like this on a separate road / cast Riposte, we're just gonna get it, like use it whenever it's off cooldown. This is starting to become a very long video, but it's worth it. But if we do like this, and I'm just like, okay, Poison Blade, Gauche. I'm still at 100% almost in health. See? It's so nice to be playing like this. It's insane. And usually everything is pretty much off cooldown every single pull. And if I do like this, I can just look away. And this is what I mean with why I love to do like this, because then I can do like this. I can even look away, and you will see that I will start looting, or like skinning it, just because I scroll, nothing else. See? It was actually starting to scroll, like skinning. So yeah, it's just nice playstyle. It's not the best like usual, but it's very nice to play like this, because like I said, it's not the most optimal damage. It is not. You can probably kill something way quicker, but there's a slight chance that it's like you're gonna have to stop or something because you're taking more damage. So you have to stop and heal. So this way, I basically don't even have to watch the screen. And on top of it, if we go to /weak aura, back and cancel. I have over here it's actually from a hardcore weak aura. I can link it in the description below. But it's like whenever I fall below 25%, I have a cue. It's like a warning sound. So I can just look away, do something else, and just do like this and switch to another one. So let's just show. It's just super easy. I can walk towards this, like look away a little bit, just like this. And then I know when I'm fighting it, I can look away, like look at something else, really. Look, and then it's not dead yet. Okay. It's no problem. Okay, I'm skinning now. Okay. So then I can target the next one. I know it's gonna come to me. I'm looking away. I can even do like this. How's it going? Okay, I'm killing it and I'm skinning it. And then I can go to the next one. And if we do like this... Wait, is it that one? This one. Now I've been standing still, but I usually, like this number over here, is usually like 60,000. Which is basically almost a level an hour. And it might be faster to quest. But in this way, I'm actually farming gold as well, since I'm a skinner, and I've been making quite decent amount of gold doing this. So it's not game breaking or anything, but it's just nice to be able to do this. And some nights it's like very fast, and if I don't play for a couple of days, I'm rested. So some nights I've been able to get like 3 levels in just like 3 hours, really. And I've been watching television, talking with people, listening to audiobooks and everything, and actually also like planning stuff for work. Yeah, just preparing. So yeah, that's just a way that you can play this game as a rogue. It's very fun to play rogue as well. I never really played it that much, really. So it's just interesting to play like this. But yeah, if you like this, if you want to try this, just I'm gonna link everything in the description below on the macros, and yeah, the weak aura as well for the where is it? It's this one, the health alert. I can make these are super simple to make, really. So yeah. If you felt like this is helping you, just share it with a friend, like it, subscribe, and yeah, we're closing in on, well, not closing in, but we are almost done with the 4,000 watched hours, which is insane, which is one of the first milestones to get the final part of partner. We need to get to 1,000 subscribers, which would be freaking amazing. It would be a very cool milestone to hit, but we might get there, we might not get there. I mean, it is what it is. And yeah, if you click on any videos from me from the past, like this, if you click on any videos from the past, I will greet you over there with a Bork Bork. And yeah, I'll see you over there. Until next time, Bork Bork.